Luggage racks are dead. They make your bike wider, heavier, and perform worse off-road. Rackless luggage is lighter, tighter, cheaper, and it actually lets your bike move the way it is supposed to when you ride it off-road. If you ride adventure or dual sport motorcycles and you're not running rackless, you are doing it wrong. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. As you can see right here, I have the OBR ADV Gear 38 liter rackless luggage system 2.0. And I'm gonna use this to demonstrate to you why rackless systems are superior to racks with saddlebags or pannier bags. If this is something you're interested in, make sure you use the discount code below for 10% off. And let's get into it. The first advantage of rackless luggage is weight. Racks, pannier racks, typically weigh between 5 to 10 pounds. And then usually the panniers that people get, whether they be aluminum or soft, are 30 plus liters, which that's additional weight. So you have the weight of the rack that you're adding to your bike, and then you're likely carrying too much stuff. 18 to 20 liters on each side is more than enough. If you are going more than that, you need to reevaluate what you're carrying and try to reduce your weight down. Now you'll see I have these little bags up front. They're like 3 liters each. It's where I put water because I don't want water in the main compartments, but I'm still well below 30 liters in this setup. I'm about 25 liters total, and even I am still carrying too much stuff. So weight is the #1 advantage of a rackless system. The second reason rackless luggage rules is if you've ever looked at anyone who has pannier racks and then has bags or even aluminum panniers on those racks, you'll see how wide their bikes are. Adding racks plus bags will add width to your bike of up to 12 inches, or I think that's around 38 centimeters. That is a lot. With rackless setup, with this rackless setup and other rackless setups I've used before, my bike is no wider than the widest part of my handlebars, which means as I'm riding through technical terrain, if my handlebars fit through, I know my bike will. I have ridden with people with big bag setups and really wide racks, and I was able to get through some very narrow spots where they could not fit. So keeping your bike lean, narrow, will help it perform better and get you through trickier spots. Wider racks on your bike provide leverage points, which from a physics standpoint is going to decrease the handling of your bike, the performance of the handling of your bike. It's going to reduce the moment of inertia on your bike because you have to move those levers back and forth the wider they are. And then if you need to correct for something happening on the trail, it's going to be slower and feel heavier to get that correction because of those levers. In addition to that, with those racks and all that extra weight, you're likely carrying more as well, which means it's going to add to that effect that you're going to feel on the bike. So from a bike's performance standpoint, the tighter you have that luggage in, the lower you can get it, the better your bike is going to perform and the easier it is going to be to ride off-road over those big leverage points. Rackless luggage has a cost benefit as well. If you look at the costs of pannier racks or luggage racks, they're between $250 to $400 just for the rack, and that's before you put bags on there. Bags on the lower end of the spectrum are going to cost between $250 to $300, and on the upper end of the spectrum, they exceed $1,000. Where this system right here with the bags, harness, everything to get you started, $400. That is a budget way to go if you think about it, over going with racks and putting bags on top of it. And anything that saves me a little bit of money from riding and makes the experience good, leaves money in my pocket to go put gas or food or something else, I'm all for that. And the last thing, which is kind of a culmination of everything that I've already talked about, is weight distribution. And that is packing all of your heavy stuff down lower, getting it tucked into the bike, and then just the narrowness. And even you can see I have this pretty far forward on the bike as well, as opposed to being back. A lot of luggage racks, they line everything out much further on the bike, which then it puts more leverage and more weight on your suspension, your rear end, where the closer you have it up front, the better the balance of the bike and the less leverage that that's going to have. So the weight distribution of Rackless Luggage, especially this setup here, is going to be much better for you to make sure that your bike performs the way it was intended to, especially if you're going to add luggage. Now, let's hop into the garage real quick and I will go through the installation of this luggage. It's only going to take a couple minutes just to go through a couple key features. Pretty straightforward. Let's go. I just received the Rackless Luggage kit from OBR ADV Gear. It is in this box. Now, I have obviously not opened this box up to see what's inside, so we'll do it together and then you'll actually see my first impression of what this gear looks like. We got some straps here. I'll set those there. And we've got our dry bags. So these are the dry bags that are gonna go in the holster. And then we got the holster system. And oh, this is, chuck that to the side. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty amazing. Now, one of the great things about this holster system is, if you can see this can be adjusted to the width of your bike. So if you have a very narrow dual sport bike, you can really get it tight to the frame. Or if you have a wider adventure bike, then I'll be able to get this adjusted out so that each of the holsters or of the Rackless Luggage will just sit right on the bike, tucked in as tight as I can get, which, as I had mentioned before, being narrow is really amazing, especially on a big adventure bike. It just opens up the areas you can get to so that you're not using luggage racks with enormous bags hanging off of those, or even hard luggage, which I'm not a fan of. So let's get a closer look at everything as we go through it. All right, we've got the adjustment here. These buckles, I'll have to loosen this. And then this is a huge piece of Velcro so that you can get it at the right length, tighten the strap up, and then let's get this pulled around. We've got the holsters here. And so the holsters can be pulled flat, as you can see. Right now they're in their flat configuration, so I'll have to loosen the straps up to open these up. And there's also some Velcro straps at the top. And I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go. And that helps with the width. And then what I really like is the MOLLE webbing. This to me is really important on any luggage because I'm going to put bags here on the MOLLE webbing, and it gives me a little bit of extra storage just for some little things that I want to get to easily or quickly. We also have additional MOLLE webbing for, say, like a bottle holder or something like that. Now let's flip it over to this other side. I like how he's put this extra, I don't know, a hard nylon Kevlar type feeling material here that is going to be abrasion resistant. It's going to be rub resistant to keep it from wearing through as it's riding on the bike, on the frame. And then of course this side over here for me is going to be against the exhaust, and then where I've got my the exhaust where I've got the standoff piece that goes on the exhaust to keep it from getting melted. So this is really good here. And really it looks like the installation with everything will be pretty straightforward. So let's get to that. I want to get this put on and we'll get a look at it. First note on the installation is this Velcro area here. I didn't notice it until I went and watched the video. There is a really good installation video. It is incredibly detailed on every little thing you can do to get this mounted right. It's pretty straightforward. There's 2 anchor points at the top, 2 at the bottom that pull it forward. But the important thing I just want to make a note of, if you're trying to decide whether or not this will fit for you, is there is a way, because the overlap of the Velcro, you can angle this to get these to be more up here if that's what you want. You just have to turn that out. All right, so what I was saying is with this, if you angle it, you can pull these bags so that they're more up like this, if this is how you like to run your bags. I don't like it that way because they're not far back. I want them more up and down So I'm gonna have it in this configuration. I just pulled the dry bag out, and this is, it is enormous. And I know it'll fit in here, but there is a lot of space in this. Now it's quite long, and I'm looking forward to working on packing this. So really, I like how this mounts on here. So let's head back outside. That's all the reasons why Rackless Luggage, in my opinion and in my experience, is superior to any type of pannier rack and bags hanging off of it from there. And you can see that this is a really simple installation, and it should fit every single bike out there. So there's really no reason to not try out Rackless Luggage, and you're gonna find that you really like it. So I really encourage you, try it. Now, there's one other thing missing from my setup here that I just, in order for filming on the Rackless, I left off, and that is my dry bag. Now, I usually carry a dry bag here that has my clothes and sleep system. And if you are looking for a dry bag, OBR ADV Gear also has a 35-liter dry bag, which is what you see here. This holds everything that I need, from clothes, sleeping bag, sleep system, extra jackets. That's all I need. In the summer, I can make this smaller. In the winter, it gets bigger, but this will also go on here. Now, there's one other note that I want to make, and that is OBR ADV Gear. They are working on a beaver tail. Some Rackless Luggage systems have these tails, or this little wraparound section. So if you want to put a dry bag in here, you can tie that down. In the meantime, I have these cam buckle straps that I use to put my bags on here. They work perfectly well, and you know, it's just however you want to do it. But there is that beaver tail coming if you prefer that type of system. So if you have any questions, the guys, Mike over at OBR ADV Gear can answer those questions. Send him an email. If you have any questions for me regarding what I've done here, just leave that in the comments below, or send me an email. Leave my email here. And I also want to mention that if this is something that you want to do, I will leave the discount link down below. I've already shared it at the beginning of the video, and then I'll leave it in the description as well to get 10% off. And that is ADV Mat OBR 10. Now you'll see I do have these extra bags. I have some bottle bags. I just put some miscellaneous things in here, and then I've got these little, I think they're 3-liter bags up front. And I like to, like I said before, keep water in here, some drinks, and then I put my food in the other one. And this setup is perfect. And I know I could reduce the size of everything and even get lighter, but there's a few comfort items in here that I like, and some adjustability. So anyway, remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. Time goes incredibly fast. Get out, do those rides you've been thinking about. I want to encourage you to extend your comfort. Go outside of your comfort zone and do something that you think might be a little bit beyond you, whether that be a destination or the type of riding, or the amount of days you go riding, or the distance. Challenge yourself. Thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there.